Start అవుతుంది. Start. Start the prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalaakaya Chakshururmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakammalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrashatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijanasahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padhan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha Namo Om Vishnupadhaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatyadi Shatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namo Pankajanaභaya Namo Pankajamaline Namo Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangre. Hare Krishna devotees, let's now wish Srila Bhagavatam. Anybody wants to start the Mahamantra?
Hare Krishna, Danvat Pranam. Hello.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, ma'am. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna to everyone.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, please go ahead, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Neena Mataji, want to recite Mahamantra? Yes, Sunil Prabhu. Yes, go ahead. Sunil Prabhu, you can, yeah.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Yeah, Veena Mataji were available to recite Mahamantra. Okay. Okay, let's start. We are ready. You are available, Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay. Okay, let's start. So we are reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, first canto, creation. So yesterday we discussed from 17th verse until the 20th verse. So, and from 16th verse actually. So here the women of Hastinapur, they are very, very morose when Krishna is leaving the Hastinapur and he's going to Dvārakā. So they went top of the palaces and the roofs and they are affectionately putting flowers on the Krishna. And they are very happy seeing the beautiful form of Krishna and smiling. Okay. And then Arjuna, everybody is doing their service, and Arjuna, he got a well-decorated white umbrella for his friend, dear Krishna. He was holding the umbrella on the top of Lord Krishna. So, and Uddhava and Satyaki. Satyaki is the chariot driver of Krishna. So, both Uddhava and Satyaki, they are fanning the Lord Krishna. And here the Brahmanas, they are blessing the Lord Krishna, even though he is a supreme personality Godhead, he is unfit for all these blessings and all because he is above all these things. So he is transcendental. So then, but still he took as a one of the incarnations. So sometimes it will fitting for him also these mantras. So they are blessing Krishna and they are chanting the Vedic mantras. So after that, what happens? These Astinapura ladies, they are discussing about the glories of Lord Krishna. So they are talking, generally women talk about some material things, right? When they meet. But these people are very, very spiritual, the Hastinapur ladies. They are seeing Krishna and they are discussing about Krishna's glories between each of them. So their eyes, their ears, their mind, everything is attracted towards the Lord Krishna's glories. Okay, they are fully absorbed in Lord Krishna. So, and the talks of these ladies are higher than the Vedic mantras which are described in the scriptures, because all the scriptures are glorifying whom? Vedascha sarve rahameva vedjo vedanta kudveda videvacha. So, the ultimate truth is to worship Lord Krishna. That is the truth they are describing in the Vedas. But if you read Vedas and you don't study, you don't follow the what is written in Veda, then there is no use. But these ladies who did not study Vedas, but they are doing the highest thing, that is, they're discussing the name, form, and glories of Lord Shri Krishna. Okay, we discussed until 20 yesterday. We'll start the 21st verse today. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. सवैखिलायं पुरुष पुरातनो य एकासीद् अविशेषात्मनि अग्रे गुणेभ्यो जगदात्मनीश्वरे निमीलितात्मन् निशिसुप्तशक्तिषु. Translation and purport by Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Synonyms: Saha, he, that is Krishna. Why, as I remember. Khila, definitely. I am, this. Purushaha, personality of Godhead. Puratanaha, the original. Yah, who. Ekaha, only one. Asit, existed. Avisheshaha, materially unmanifested. Atmani, own self. Agre, before creation. Gunebhyaha, of the modes of nature. Jagat Atmani, unto the super soul. Ishvare, unto the supreme Lord. Nimilita, merged unto. Atman, the living entity. Nishi Supta, inactive at night. Shaktishu, of the energies. Translation: they said, here he is, the original personality of Godhead, as we definitely remember him. He alone existed before the material manifested creation of the modes of nature, and in him only, because he is the Supreme Lord, all living beings merge as if sleeping at night, their energy suspended. Purport: there are two types of dissolution of the manifested cosmos at the end of every Brahma solar years. This is 4.3 million years. When Brahma, the Lord of one particular universe, goes to sleep, there is one annihilation. And at the end of Lord Brahma's life, which takes place at the end of Brahma's 100 years of age, in our calculation, at the end of these many solar years, there is complete annihilation of the entire universe. And in both the periods, both the material energy called the Mahat Tattva and the material energy called Jiva Tattva merge in the person of the Supreme Lord. The living beings remain asleep within the body of the Lord until there is another creation of the material world. And that is the way of the creation, maintenance, and annihilation of the material manifestation. The material creation is affected by interaction. Okay. The material creation is affected by the interaction of the three modes of material nature set in action by the Lord. And therefore, it is said here that the Lord existed before the modes of material nature were set in motion. In the Shruti Mantra, it is said that only Vishnu, the Supreme Lord, existed before the creation, and there was no Brahma, Shiva, or other demigods. Vishnu means the Mahavishnu, who is lying on the causal ocean. By his breathing, only all the universes are generated in seeds and gradually develop into gigantic forms with innumerable planets within each and every universe. The seeds of universes develop into gigantic forms in the way seeds of a banyan tree develop into numberless banyan trees. This Mahavishnu is the planetary portion of the Lord Sri Krishna, who is mentioned in the Brahma Samhita 5.48 as follows. Okay. So somebody else can read it. It's a bit purport, so I want to give a chance to others also. They can read the next one. So anybody available to read, Mataji, who did not get chance?
Hare Krishna.
No.
Yes, Mataji.
Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the virginal personality of Godhead Govinda, whose plenary portion is the Mahavishnu. All the Brahmas, the heads of universes, live only for the period of his exhaling after the universes are generated from the force of his transcendental body. Thus, Govinda or Lord Krishna is the cause of Mahavishnu also. The ladies talking about this Vedic truth must have heard it from authoritative sources. An authoritative source is the only means of knowing about transcendental subject matter, definitely. There is no alternative. The merging of living beings into the body of Mahavishnu takes place automatically at the end of Brahma's 100 years. But that doesn't mean that the individual living being loses his identity. The identity is there. And as soon as there is another creation by the supreme will of the Lord, all the sleeping, inactive living beings are again let loose to begin their activities in the continuation of the past different spheres of life. It is called sup- sup-
Suptotita.
Suptotita Nyaya, or awakening from sleep and again engaging in one's respective continuous duty. When a man is asleep at night, he forgets himself, what he is, what his duty is, and everything of his waking state. But as soon as he awakens from the slumber, he remembers all that he has to do and thus engages himself again in his prescribed activities. The living beings also remain merged in the body of Mahavishnu during the period of annihilation. But as soon as there is another creation, they arise to take up their unfinished work. This is also confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 8.18 to 19. The Lord existed before the creative energy was set in action. The Lord is not a product of material energy. His body is completely spiritual, and there is no difference between his body and himself. Before creation, the Lord remained in his abode, which is absolute and one. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Anything you want to share, Mataji?
You please, Mataji.
Okay. So here, the ladies are talking about all these things about Lord Krishna. So they are saying that Lord Krishna is none other than the Mahavishnu, who is the creator. Okay. So the ladies are saying here that, so he's the same Mahavishnu from whom comes the creation, maintenance and annihilation. So he's called as Mahavishnu. So let me show the picture. So you see from him, he is the Mahavishnu. From him comes from his body pores comes each universe. It's called as one Brahmanda. In this Brahmanda, there is one more Vishnu. He is called as Garbhodakashaya Vishnu. Okay. So from him comes this lotus from his Nabhi. On the top of the lotus, Brahma is there. So the 14 planetary systems are from between this lotus and between the Nabhi, the stem where it started, the 14 planets. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Tala, Tala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala, those are lower planetary systems, and above is the earth, and above that is the spiritual higher planets. Atala, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala, that is the lower, Bhuloka, Bhu, Bhuva, Swar, Mahajana, Tapa, and Satya, that is the top lokas. Okay. So that is the Mahavishnu. You see, all the Brahmanas are coming from him. He's sleeping here. So this is the Vishnu. From this Vishnu, where all the people after the annihilation, there are two kinds of annihilation, right? So one is after Brahma sleeps every day, like how we have a 1 year has every 1 day counts, right? One morning, one night will be there in 1 day. So during Brahma's day, everybody is living, everything is there. When Brahma goes to sleep, it's almost night is equal to morning, the 12 hours and 12 hours like that. So when Brahma goes to sleep, the 1 day of Brahma is done at the night. So that is called as partial annihilation. So during that time, the jivas will be there. Okay, that is called as partial pralaya. But after the 100 years of Brahma, so like we have 100 years life. Generally it is called as 100 years for every life, every person. The calculation of the age, right? So like that, Brahma also has 100 years. After the 100 years of Brahma, after his life is done, so that is called as a complete pralaya, that is total annihilation. At that time, all the jivas who are living, they all leave their material bodies and they will all merge into this Vishnu, who is called as Mahavishnu. So at that time, they stay in Mahavishnu's body until creation happens. So this creation when happened again, so all the jivas, based on their activities and karma, again they will get the material bodies. So they will not merge into the Parabrahman or Brahman or something like that. It's not like that. They still have to finish their karmas and activities. Because of the annihilation, they cannot finish it. Again, after creation, they will get their material bodies and they will continue their activities. So best example of Prabhupada given is the sleep. So during the night, we all go to bed, right? After working whole day, so we will be tired, we will go to bed or sleep. So when we are sleeping, we are not doing any activity. Our hands are not moving, our legs are not moving, we are not working any physically. We are just taking rest. We don't remember anything mostly, right? When we are sleeping. After we wake up, again we start our activities, going to office, doing our sadhana, chanting, japa, something. So we do all the cooking, everything is happen after you wake up. When you are asleep, you don't do any activity. It's the same way. So when you go and stay in Mahavishnu's body, you are not doing any activity, but when you come back again, you start your activity like that. That is the annihilation, two kinds of annihilation. So this is the 1 day of Brahma. These many solar years equals to 1 day of Brahma, and 100 times of this. So 1 month equals to 30 days. Like that, we have 12 months, and that is 100 years of Brahma. So if you multiply 1 day of Brahma with 30 days a month, 12 months in a year, like that, 1 year. So then, like that, how many years Brahma is? 100 years. So then you will get the total 100 years of Brahma's lives, and that is called as complete annihilation. Okay. So that's mentioned. And here these ladies, they were talking, and this Mahavishnu is same as Lord Kṛṣṇa. So there is no difference between Mahavishnu and Lord Kṛṣṇa, they are saying. Okay, from Kṛṣṇa comes everybody, right? We know that chart. Every time we show the Goloka chart, right? From Kṛṣṇa comes Mahavishnu. See, maybe this. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Yeah. So you see here, this is Brahma, this is the Karnakasai Vishnu. It's not clear. Yeah. So this is called as Karnakasai Vishnu or Mahavishnu. From him comes this Brahmandas. It's not very clear, but Brahmandas come from him. Okay. He is called as Karnakasai Vishnu or Mahavishnu, from whom we will merge here. Not merging, we will go enter into the Mahavishnu's body after complete annihilation. Okay. So these are the different lokas. These are the higher planetary system. We live on the earth planet called Bhuloka here. Okay. So there are 7 down planets also after this. Okay. So they were saying that there is no difference between the Mahavishnu and Sri Krishna, they were saying. And the Brahma, who is born from which Vishnu? There are 3 kinds of Vishnu I mentioned, right? Karnakasai Vishnu, Garbhadashai Vishnu, Shrivakshai Vishnu. Okay, Sunil Prabhu has any question? What's the reason of Pralaya, beginning of another yuga? Yes, Prabhu, that's a time span. How we have a calculation, right? We have every year, 2026 we are living now. So the next year it will be 2027. So why it's needed means there will be a time period for everything. Every day, every second, every minute is counted because the time is running. So everything has a calculation. So after the creation happened, then there is a time period. Until that time, the jivas will be living and doing everything activities. After the certain period, the time ends. Brahma's day is ended. Then again the Srishti again happens. This is a time period. Again, like everything in this material world, if you see, the president has a ruling time for 4 years. Again, if he get elected, again, he will rule for 4 years. But he cannot become a president after 8 years, right? 2 terms. So like that, everything has a time period. So we have a lifespan of 100 years, but we can't live for 100 years, right? Like that, everything has a time calculation. Even the Srishti has a time calculation. It is based on the Brahma's lifespan, the partial and complete annihilation. So this is Lord's plan. We did not make this. This was happening by Lord. So we just need to follow that. Okay, Sunil Prabhu. Okay. So by his breathing, only all the universes are generated in seeds and gradually develop into gigantic forms. That's what, right? From Mahavishnu comes this Brahmandas. Those are gigantic forms, and with innumerable planets inside. That is Chaturloka, the Tribhuna, right? So upper planets, lower planets, and Bhuloka. 14 planetary systems, innumerable planets. And those are 14 planetary systems in each gigantic Brahmanda. Okay. So these seeds develop in gigantic forms, and the way seeds of a binary develops into innumerable planets. Like, see, if you see here, so many Brahmandas are coming from him. See, from the Vishnu, you see golden balls kind of thing. This is Mahatattva, and here is a Mahavishnu. These golden forms, this one Brahmanda, if you closely observe, like a zoom it, in this Brahmanda, there is one more Vishnu, Garbhadakshay Vishnu. From him comes the Brahma. These are 14 planetary systems. Okay. So we are in the middle here, in the Madhyaloka, Bhuloka. In the Bhuloka, we are in the this United States. We are in this country, in different states, different place, right? So that is the glories of Lord Krishna's creation. It's so huge, so huge. And here it's mentioned in Brahma Samhita. So Brahma Samhita shloka says, Yasyaika nishvasita kalam कलामथावलम्ब्य जीवन्ति लोमविलजा जगदण्डनाथाः विष्णुर्महान् सहैव यस्य कलाविशेषो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. Brahma and other lords of the mundane world, appearing from the pores of hair of Mahavishnu, remain alive as long as the duration of one exhalation of latter or Mahavishnu. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, whose subjective personality, Mahavishnu, is the portion of the portion. See, we are thinking Brahma has a longer lifespan than us, right? So here, the Brahma's lifespan, what is that? Remain alive as long as the duration of one exhalation of the Mahavishnu. See, how much breathing? See, our breathing is per second. Per second, we are breathing and we are exhaling, we are inhaling. We are not even recognizing that we are breathing and exhaling. So that's very, very tiny. And Brahma's lifespan is more higher than our lifespan. And that Brahma's lifespan is like the one exhalation of breathing of Mahavishnu. When Mahavishnu exhale, that is the lifespan of Brahma. What is the lifespan of Brahma? That is how many years? This is the lifespan of
100 years.
311 trillion years.
this is the lifespan of Brahma. This much long time Mahavishnu is breathing. Oh my goodness, Krishna. Yeah. So this is the breathing span of exhaling span of Mahavishnu. So that many years Brahma lives. And then we will go to his body after his breathing is done. When he inhales, we all go inside his body. When he exhales, again creation happened, Brahma comes, and Srishti happens. So that is the one inhale, one exhalation of Mahavishnu. See how big is the Lord's breathing and exhalation. Yeah. So they were thinking, these ladies are discussing the glories of Supreme Personality of Godhead, and they are saying that all the Brahmas, the heads of the universe, live only for a period of his exhaling after the universe are generated from pores of his transcendental body. So he will live only the one exhalation lifespan of Brahma. Then again he will go back. So this is very, very highest scientific knowledge to understand this much, right? Yeah. So, and these ladies are saying that this Govinda, Lord Krishna, is the cause of Mahavishnu also. So you are thinking Brahma is greater. Higher than Brahma is they are thinking Mahavishnu is greater because one exhalation equals to the lifespan as Brahma. But this Mahavishnu comes from whom? He comes from Lord Krishna. So the Lord Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the cause of all the causes. Okay. So an authoritative source is the only means of knowing about transcendental subject matter. Definitely there is no alternative. So the merging of the living beings into the body of Mahavishnu takes place automatically at the end of Brahma's 100 years. Again, they will come back after this creation happens. Okay, so this activity will keep on happening until we go back to Goloka Vrindavan, until we reach Krishna, until we do bhakti. So until that time, we have to take birth. We have to do our activities, Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, Dukkha, Dosha, and Darshan. So this cycle will keep on happening. We are living, we are learning, we are doing jobs, so earning money and having family, kids, raising, everything is happening again and again, again and again. Then every lifespan. Yeah. So it is called Suptotita Nyaya, or awakening for sleep. Okay, this is called a Suptotita Nyaya. Like we are sleeping and we are waking up like that. So we will go to the Mahavishnu's body. Again, we will come back and start our duties. That is our activities like a karma. So this is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Avyakta Vyaktaya sarva prabhavantyah ragame ratragame praliyante tatraivaksha sanchakaye. At the advent of Brahma's day, all living beings emanate from the unmanifested source, and at the fall of his night, all embodied beings again merge into their unmanifested source. It's a Bhagavad Gita verse is also there. You can refer if you want to read part. How we will take again coming into this material world, again how we can go back to his body. So it's mentioned in 8.18 and 19. Okay. So these ladies have so much knowledge, even though they did not go to Vedic school or Vedic Shastra, but they heard it from the higher authority. So learning from higher authority, hearing from the higher authority gives the lot of knowledge. So that's why our Sampradaya is called as Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. It's called as the Siksha Sampradaya. More than Diksha, Siksha. Siksha means like getting instructions from the seniors and authority so that we will get more advancement in bhakti. That's the main thing in the ISKCON. Okay. Anybody has anything to share? Or we can go for the next verse.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu. Prabhu. Yes.
Mataji, small question.
Yes, Prabhu.
Why the God is always take the, sorry about asking this one. With the ignorance I am asking, please accept my sorry. Like why the God always takes the as a like a male formation, not a female? you see all the avatars.
Yes, because he's the Purusha. You see, in Brahma Samhita, just now I mentioned, right? What is that verse? Brahma Samhita verse I mentioned. It says, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami, right?
Okay.
20.
Okay.
Yeah. So he is the Supreme Purusha. He is the only Purusha, Prabhu. We all are, like, actually, men are thinking we are men, but we all are souls. Soul entering into different body, it is receiving the male or female body. Based on the body, you will have certain qualities. Woman can bear a child, right? Like that, the qualities of the. If the soul enters into bird body, it can fly. If the soul enters into the fish body, it can swim. If the soul enters into elephant body, it can lift heavy weights. But the body is changing, but the soul is the same. Right? So the every jiva is a Stree. Every jiva is a servant of the God. Only Purusha in this whole universe, whole world, whole creation is only Supreme Purusha is the Kṛṣṇa. That's why he is called as Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So see this Brahma Samhita verse. See, so in this Brahma Samhita verse, every last line, this is Brahma Samhita means who wrote this verse? Brahma wrote this verse. So Brahma is saying that Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. I am worshipping that Govinda, who is the Adi Purusha. He is the starting. There is no Purusha before Kṛṣṇa. So he is the original Purusha. He is the Adi Purusha, he is saying. That's why it's called, he is the Purushottama. He's, you see, Purushottama, there is one bhajana also by Annamaya. Podaganti Maya Ninnu Purushottama. So, because he is the original Purusha, he is the Adi Purusha, he is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, from him comes the creation. Everybody is a Stree. Only Kṛṣṇa is the Purusha here. So, because Stree means the quality of Stree is serving. Purusha means the enjoyer. So, only Kṛṣṇa is the enjoyer, we all are his servants. That's the main thing, Prabhu. That's why he comes in all the Purusha incarnations. Even he comes and changes himself in Mohini Murti during the Samudra Manthan Leela. Even Brahma got bewildered by seeing Kṛṣṇa in the beautiful form of Sri, in the woman form. Sorry, not Brahma, Shiva, Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva was following the Mohini Murti. Who is this beautiful lady came here? See, even he comes in fish incarnation, he was beautiful. He comes in Varaha Avatar also, he is beautiful. When he comes in Mohini Murti Stree form also, he is very attractive and beautiful because he is the Adi Purusha. So nobody can take that position. Yes. It's okay,
Thank
Prabhu.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Sunil Prabhu, you have anything to share?
No, not share. I have a question. Is there time for?
Yes, Prabhu.
You just showed, sorry, the Brahmanda.
Mm-hmm.
I just looked up here on the internet.
Mm.
How many of these Brahmandas are there? Is one or many? That's the first question.
Unlimited.
Unlimited. Okay.
Unlimited, yes.
And
Unlimited.
every Brahmanda is like the same 14 planetary systems.
Mostly same, Prabhu, but Brahmas are different. So the Bhuloka that we are living in a Brahmanda called Chaitarmukha Brahma is ruling. The Brahma who has 4 heads, you see, right, in most of the dramas or animations or in movies, they will show Brahma has 4 heads, and he's holding the Vedas in one hand and Japamala in one hand, like that. So this universe, Brahmanda, the Brahma is 4 heads. So in different universes, Brahma has different number of heads. So this is Chaturmukha Brahma, this Brahmanda we are living in. In different Brahma, different things are there. And we are going to discuss about this Goloka chart and this creation, universe, everything in the 5th canto. Vedic cosmology comes, if you have a lot of questions and a lot of enthusiasm or eagerness to know what is the creation, where we are, so many things will come. So if you know in different pujas also, they will, before they start any puja, they will say, right, in the starting, Bhuloke, this Brahmanda and Dakshina Bhage, and the Rutu and all the things. So it will come in Bhuloka also. There are so many places are there. And Gajendra Moksha happened in different place in the same universe. So we'll see all the different planets and different explanations of each layers of the Bhuloka, higher planets, everything.
Okay, because I was struggling to understand this topic, and
Yes.
second reason, and that's the most important reason why I would like to know, and what you already gave the answer. Uh, um, in my family, some are no more. They are gone. They died, and sometimes I think, where are they actually now? And I was thinking in one of the 14 planets. But later on, I thought, no, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are gone far, far, far away. And but no one could give me a proper answer, uh, because in the books they show only one Brahmanda, and that was a confusion for me.
No, Prabhu, if you see the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam cover page also, if you have a hard copy of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, you will see there are so many bubbles you see. Each bubble is considered as one Brahmanda. So in that Brahmanda, different pictures are there, different universes are there. So it's a huge topic. So we don't need to understand all the logics and philosophy and psychology of everything. So the only thing we can understand is it's hard for our human brain to understand everything, but we have to understand Krishna is the cause of all the causes. He is the creator of every universe. There are so many Brahmandas are there, and so many pastimes are happening. You think we are in Kali Yuga, but in different Brahmanda, it's a different yuga. Maybe Dvapar Yuga in one Brahmanda, Treta Yuga in one Brahmanda. In one Brahmanda, Dvapar Yuga, Krishna is doing the Kalya Leela pastime. In different Brahmanda, Krishna is eating the butter. In different Brahmanda, Krishna is sleeping. Like that, there are different Brahmandas. So Krishna's pastimes are going on. It's eternal pastimes. That's why it's called as eternal pastimes of Lord Krishna. See, now here in US, it's evening. In India, it's early morning, Brahma Muhurta time for them. They will be chanting, they will be waking up the deities, right? So the Lord's pastimes are eternal. In this Bhuloka only, different time zones are there, different activities are happening in different places. And Krishna, where does Krishna is sleeping? We think Krishna is sleeping where it's US night time. But Krishna is awake already in India, right? It's evening time. They were doing the evening Sandhya Arati for Krishna. So in different universe, something different Leela is happening for Krishna. So these are eternal pastimes. We need to understand the tattva, not much deep into the psychology or how the creation happened, how many are there. That is important. But if you read the Vedic cosmology in the 5th canto, you'll get more idea by that time, Prabhu. It's
Okay.
so huge.
Thank you for the explanation.
Yes. Thank you. Okay. Let's go to the next verse. Anybody is available to read the 25th? Yes.
One quick question, Mataji. As you said, we just I need to understand high level, but more thing is think about Krishna in that's what you are saying, right, Mataji?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Understood.
Mataji, if you need to.
Yeah. Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, small, just I got it. And it's not a doubt, but in Dvārakā, Dvapar Yuga, Krishna is there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in that Yuga, people is very lucky because of they saw the Krishna, right?
Yes, yes.
We are praying and we are remembering and we are doing, at least we are trying, but they are very, very lucky.
Yeah, that's why they are born in that yuga. They are seeing Krishna. That's why they are like, yes,
That is very lucky.
yes, yes. But we are lucky also because we are hearing the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. We are seeing Krishna. See, instead of seeing physically in the temple, if you hear through ears about the glories of Krishna and if you see Krishna, it will have a lot of change in your heart. The feeling is different. So seeing just a picture of Krishna, nobody will realize, okay, he is Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is the cause of all that. Nobody can realize it. But when you know that, like knowledge by hearing the Shastras and scriptures and hearing the Srila Prabhupada's translations and purports, then you will have more realization. If you see a picture of Krishna, you will try to meditate and focus on each and every anga of Krishna.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mataji. When you are telling something about Krishna in Dvārakā or something, any moment of Krishna, what he is doing and that situation like that, sometimes it's like picturization. We are imagining. So we are listening and we are going to the another loka. So
Yes.
that maybe in my prospect, I don't forget. I am Sravanam is my
Yes. Yes, we have two eyes actually. Physically, we are seeing one externally, but internally, we have eyes also when we are hearing. Because there is one lecture, one Maharaj is giving to all the blind people. So nobody can see, everybody is blind. But he was giving katha to all the blind people. And he was mentioning that physically we all can see, if we see a picture or we are seeing the deity or anything that dressed up like this and all. But those people, they all are blind, but they are hearing from Prabhu, they are hearing from Maharaj, and they are able to see, picturize how Krishna looks like, Tribhanga form and the yellow color dhoti he is wearing and all the things. And even Bilvamangal Thakur, he's a great acharya, he lost his eyes. There is a story behind that, but he lost his eyes, and still he is saying that that he wanted to go to Vrindavan. Okay, I'm entering into past tense all this. So like that, see, our heart also eyes. So when we are hearing, we can picturize the form of Krishna or anything. We can picturize and we can keep our heart like that. So there are two eyes, internal eyes and external eyes.
Yes, internal eyes we can see the just nature only.
Yes.
What sometimes it's a distract also, but external eyes, if you see, you clearly see what you are telling, what
Yes.
we are expecting there, then we can see the in the clearly. So
Yes.
yeah, even Krishna also, I can share my feeling, one feeling.
Yes.
If you, I don't believe or not. So when I put Jyoti right for in front of God, Diya. So that Diya Jyoti is kind of yellow and orangish. It's yellow morely, and you can see bottom part blue and black also, kind of blue. So I think Krishna is like that. See, because blue skin and dhoti is yellow. Here is the Krishna. So I felt like that. I don't know when I'm involving morely. So if I see anything, so Krishna is there.
Yes, yes, that's how you connect. You see the color also, you remember Krishna. You see the peacock feather also, you can remember
Yeah,
Krishna.
yes, Mataji. When it is raining, it's clouds are sometimes it's a darkish blue and a dark kind of black and like that. Weather is it's windy also. Before it's windy and nature is very nice, right? That time also I see the Krishna in the clouds. Oh, like this
Yes, yes.
because yes.
Krishna says Masana Marga Shirshoham, right?
Mm,
Yes.
uh,
Yes.
yes, yeah, it's a third eye we can see in our eyes, but you can imagine with your third eyes.
Yes,
So
yes.
that we can't forget it any moment.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for sharing.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Yes, Mataji, I do agree because in my childhood, my like parents used took me to some Bhagavad Katha, and the Kathavachik was that Sant was blind, and he used to tell the stories, and he used to tell the perfect timing, what's the timing is going on, without seeing, because he was blind. totally. And he used to say, like, it's 3 o'clock and 52 minutes. It's not one day, it's every day, he used to say. And we used to like think, I used to think it was like very unbelievable how it could happen. But with the movements of the sun and all, they can figure it out what's the actual time. So that the eyes which you are talking about, I can relate to that. I just want to bring this time, like pastime.
Yes, Mataji.
And Hare Krishna Mataji. And
Yes,
one more thing too, because I think so when you do a Mansi Seva, this is called your Mansi Seva. So when you think about, like, I wanted to like serve the Lord Krishna to a kheer, kheer or any kind of sweets. But first you think about it, what do you want to do? Like I want put some, like milk, and then I want to put some kesar. So first you imagine everything. So this is the time they call you is like 2 times you are first is a mansi seva, and the second one is the physical seva. So first we convert into the mansi seva first, and then the second is the physical seva. So I think so this is they call you. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay. Okay, let's read the next verse. Anybody is available to read?
Mataji, I can read, Mataji, if no one is.
Yes,
Mataji?
Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Yeah, two people can read.
Mataji, if I read yesterday, Mataji, if Sridevi Mataji don't want to continue, she can, Mataji.
Yeah, okay. It's 22, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Can you read one time of?
Yes, Mataji. This is also big verse. We do. This we can complete or not. Okay. Saeva bhuyo nichavirya chodhitam svajivamaya prakriti sisrikshati anama rupatmani rupam namani vidit samano nushashara shastrakrit.
Hare Krishna. Saveva bhuvyo nijavirya kaditam suvajivamayam prakshatim sisirakshatim annama rupamatani rupamani vidhi samohano nusasra sraktikrit
Shastrakrit.
Shastrakrit. Thank you. So synonyms. So he, eva, thus, bhuyaha, again, nija, own, personal, vriya, potency, kanditam, performance of, sava, own, jiva, living being, mayam, external energy, parikshitcham, unto
Prakritim.
Prakritim, unto material nature, Sisikritim, while recreating Anama without mundane designation. Rupa Atmani, forms of the soul. Rupa Namani, forms of names. Vidhi Samanaha, desiring to avoid. Anusara Sara, entrusted. Sahasrakrit, the compiler of revolved scripture. Translation: the personality of Godhead, again desiring to give names and forms to his entities, placed them under the guidance of material nature. By his own potency, material nature is empowered to recreate. Purport. The living entities are part of the parcels of the Lord. They are of two varieties, namely Nitya Mukutta and Nitya Buddha. The Nitya Mukutas are internally liberated souls and they are externally engaged in the um, pre- uh, uh, reciprocation of transcendental loving service with the Lord in his external abode beyond the manifested mundane creations. But the Nitya Buddha are externally conditioned souls and entrusted to his external energy, Maya, for reflection of their rebellious attitude towards the Supreme Father. Nitya Buddhas are externally forgettable of these relation with the Lord as parts of parcels. They are bewildered by the illusory energy as products of matter, and thus they are very busy in making plans in the material world for becoming happy. They go on merely with plans, but by the will of the Lord, both the plans makers and the plans are an inherited at the end of certain period. As above mentioned, this is the confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 9.7 as follows: O son of Kunti, the end of the millennium, all the living entities merge into my nature. And again, when the time of creation is ripe, I begin creation by the agency of my external energy. Can I read this one also?
I think if anybody is available to read, next continue, Mataji, suppose.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, go ahead, Prabhu.
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, the word bhuya indicates again and again. That is to say, the process of creation, maintenance, and annihilation is going on perpetually by the external energy of the Lord. He is the cause of everything. For the living beings who are constitutionally part and parcel of the Lord and are forgetful of the sweet relation, are given a chance again and again to get rid of the clutches of the external energy and to revive the living beings' consciousness. The revealed scriptures are also created by the Lord. Vedic literatures are the guiding directions for the conditioned souls so they can get free from the repetition of creation and annihilation of the material world and the material body. The Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, this created world and material energy are under my control. Under the influence of Prakriti, automatically they are created again and again. And this is done by me through the agency of my eternal energy. Actually, the spiritual spark living entities have no material names or forms. But in order to fulfill their desire to the Lord, to load it over the material energy of material forms and names. They are given a chance for such false enjoyment. And at the time they are given a chance to understand the real position to the revealed scriptures, the foolish and forgetful living beings is always busy with false forms and false names. Modern nationalism is the culmination of such false names and false forms. Men are mad after false name and form. The form of body obtained under certain condition is taken up as factual, and the name also taken bewilders the conditioned soul into misusing the energy in the name of so many
Ism.
I don't know what that is.
Ism, Prabhu. Nationalism,
Ism.
like that. Yeah.
Oh, ism. So many isms.
Yes.
The scriptures, however, supply the clue for understanding the real position. But men are reluctant to take lessons from the scriptures created by the Lord for different places and times. For example, the Bhagavad Gita is the guiding principle for all human beings. But by the spell of material energy, they do not take care to carry out the programs of life in terms of the Bhagavad Gita. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is the postgraduate study of knowledge for one who has thoroughly understood the principles of the Bhagavad Gita. Unfortunately, people have no taste for them, and therefore they are under the clutches of Maya for repetition of birth and death. Hari Bol.
Very nice. Haribol, Prabhu. You want to share anything, Prabhu, from this purport?
Yeah, sorry, 1 second.
Yes.
What I understood is that people are so conditioned in this body, and they think and they behave also like this is the only life, and they do not want to take uh, the scriptures. They don't want to engage the scriptures in their life, and so it is said they are fooled, and in this condition they will remain in this cycle of birth and death, and they give them like several names and forms, and like isms, nationalism, terrorism, and etc. etc. I think I'm not sure about that. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So this is very, very deep philosophical and scientific way these things are explained here. This was described by whom? Not the scholars, not the Brahmanas, not the Vedic Pandits. This is described by whom? The ladies in Hastinapur, when they are saying Krishna, they are glorifying Krishna between each other. They were discussing, right? So when we go for potlucks or parties, what do we discuss about all the material things? But these ladies, they are discussing about Krishna, and they are describing the glories of Lord Krishna. And they were saying that he manifested the scriptures, Shastra Krit, and it's mentioned that, right? Shastra Krit, the Shastras describe him, and these Shastras also come from him, right? And they are saying that so these jivas, to get the names and fame. They want all this name and fame, right? If you see anybody in this material world, even the small kid you ask, they are so much proud of what they do, activity or their name and their form and everything. So because we are jivas, we are part and parcel of Lord Krishna. So instead of getting connected to Lord Krishna, we are connected to our own false ego. We'll get a pride of our own name and fame. And these jivas to gain knowledge and come back to Krishna. So Krishna sent them into this material world. So where this jiva is coming from Krishna, this material nature is also coming from Krishna. By his own potency, material nature is empowered to recreate. So recreating jivas based on their karmas and activities, janma, mrityu, jara, vyadi. So we are put into this, right? So let's see, there is a cage, there is a bird. So you are feeding the bird will live there, bird will sleep there, bird will eat there, and it will think this is my world, this is my palace, my house, or something that this bird is thinking. In the same way, in this brahmanda, in this bhuloka, we are thinking, so I have a name, I have a job, I have a fame, I am famous, or I have my position, I am earning something, like we are proud of anything. So that is our false ego, name, fame and form. So we think that is the greatest, but that is all is called as false name, false form, because this form is temporary, right? We know this material body, when we have to vacate it, this is temporary, this is made with panchaputas. When time comes, only the atma leaves the body, and this body has to perish. That is, this form is temporary, this is false. And the name is also false. Maybe somebody has a name with some submit your name, something like some name. So when that person leaves the body, they will talk about the name, but after few years, that name is gone. If you see, there is a one famous sportsman, soccer player 20-30 years back. He may be famous that time, but where was that name gone? Nobody knows about that player or that famous person now, right? Because the name is gone. It is false, it is temporary. So that's why it's very, very important. We are Baddha Jivas. There are two kinds of people. It's called as liberated souls, and they are this Nitya Baddha, Nitya Siddha. Nitya Muktas means they are eternally liberated persons. Nitya Baddhas means they are eternally conditioned souls. We all come under the Nitya Baddha Jivas. Nitya Muktas are all the highest people. They are already elevated, like our acharyas and all. So they are already elevated, they are Nitya Muktas, but they will come to this material world to take us back home to Krishna, back home to Godhead, by giving us the knowledge, scriptures and shastras and books. They will come here, Nitya Mukta people, to take us back, deliver us. So this Nitya Baddhas, which are eternally conditioned souls, we will think all the false things, because we are under the control of Maya. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 9.7, what is that shloka? So let's see that shloka. सर्वभूतानि कौन्तेय प्रकृतिं यान्ति मामिकां कल्पक्षये पुनस्थानि कल्पादौ Visrujamyaham. O son of Kunti, at the end of millennium, all material manifestations enter into my nature, and at the beginning of another millennium, by my potency, I create them again. So this is the same thing we read in the last previous words, right? So in the previous verse, we read the same thing. So every millennium, this material manifestation is created, and the Prakriti is created, then the Jivas are put into this creation again. So let's go. So, and again here he's saying that Bhuya indicates again and again. So this cycle is going to happen again and again. So Jiva is taking birth, going through all the activities, and again dying, and again entering again to the another mother's womb. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate, Iha Samsare Bahudustāre, nahi nahi कृपया पाहि मुरारे भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते. So here Shankaracharya is explaining, so Muda, mind, please chant Govinda's name, because the Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani, Jhatare Shainam. So Punarapi Maranam, again you have to die. Punarapi Jananam, again you have to take birth. Punarapi Janani, Jhatare Shainam. So again you have to take the womb of a mother again to take birth. Why you want to go through all these problems and staying in mother's womb for 9 months and suffering so much, again growing up, learning so many things? Why you want to take again and again birth? Instead of that, why don't you take Lord Govinda's name? Chant Govinda, Narayana, Hari, Krishna. So that's what it's saying. So again, Bhuyaha, again and again, we have to go through this process of creation and everything. So that's the main thing that the ladies are describing about. So if we want to get rid of this energy, external energy that is controlling us, this Maya, then what should we do? We have to gain the knowledge. We have to gain the knowledge from where? This Vedic literatures. By reading this Vedic scriptures, which describes and talks about Lord Krishna, we have to get the knowledge, so that with that knowledge, we can connect to Lord Krishna. So that is the only way we can transfer this conditioned souls back to Lord Krishna. Okay. So there are so many verses describing about Lord Krishna and Prakriti. One of the shloka in the 9th chapter again is the 10th shloka. Mayadhyakshena Prakriti suyate sacharacharam hetunanena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. Krishna saying this material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction. O son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-moving beings. So under Krishna's energy, all the things are working, even the Prakriti, even the Jiva, everything is working under Lord creation. Okay. So that's why we need to wake up. So Jiva Jago, Gaura Chandra Bhole. So wake up, sleeping soul, wake up, sleeping soul. There's a bhajan. So we have to wake up, we have to read the scriptures and shastras and understand what is truth, what is false, what is the goal of this soul, what is this temporary world, what is this temporary body, and who is this eternal, who is transcendental, by doing what? By reading the scriptures, Bhagavad Gita and Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Otherwise, what will we think? Okay, I am this nation, I am this religion, I am following this system. So this is the only thing that will give you a false ism, that may be nationalism or some kind of community service and all these things. These are important, but highest is the Bhagavan, Supreme Personality of Godhead, knowing him and serving him. That is the highest. So you can use that Krishna as the medium and you can do any service. So many people do food distribution, so many people do so many sevas, giving them blankets and giving the food for the homeless shelters. You do everything, but keep Krishna. Instead of giving the restaurant non-veg or meat or some kind of things, why don't you give Krishna Prasad, which is offered to people, and go through donations through the authorized people? Because if some people they're not authorized and they are using that money for some other wrong purposes, you will get that karma. So it's very, very important. Even though you have a good intention that you want to help others, but go through Krishna in the medium. Krishna is the center. So whatever you do activity, it will give us a spiritual credit, which will help you to go back to Krishna. You don't need to get that karma again. You don't need to take birth. So that's what is described in this shloka by the ladies. Okay. We will do this shloka tomorrow. It's already late. Thank you so much for patiently listening. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Samveda Gaur